Welcome back to Starlight Remains, the channel that excavates the dazzling and often dark realities behind the world's biggest stars. Today we're plunging into the meticulously crafted financial labyrinth of a true cultural chameleon, Lady Gaga. She is Stefani Germanotta, the theater kid from New York City who became the architect of modern pop culture. With 13 Grammy Awards, an Oscar, and a career spanning from shocking meat dresses to critically acclaimed Hollywood roles, her place in history is cemented. Her financial success reflects this monumental artistic footprint. As of this year, Lady Gaga's net worth sits at an estimated $300 million. That staggering number places her among the wealthiest, most powerful female entrepreneurs and entertainers on the planet. But the story of how she acquired this colossal wealth is not one of seamless ascent. It is a story of extreme financial volatility, a high-stakes gamble that could have ended her career before it even truly began. It's a story defined by a terrifying, little-known moment that is the ultimate paradox of her early fame. The year was 2010. Lady Gaga was arguably the biggest pop star on the planet. Bad romance was unavoidable. The fame monster was breaking global records, and she was in the middle of her epic, 8-month-long Monster Ball tour, a globe-spanning theatrical spectacle. She was selling out arenas, winning every award, and yet, in the very moment of her greatest triumph, Lady Gaga was unknowingly sinking. The truth, as she later revealed, is that she was completely broke. She didn't just have a small cash flow problem, she was, by her own admission, bankrupt. The debt she incurred during the first leg of that iconic tour reached a shocking $3 million. When she called her team, confused why the press was suggesting she was struggling financially despite her chart dominance, they confirmed the nightmare. "You're $3 million in debt." This wasn't reckless spending on yachts or mansions. It was the cost of her art. She was putting every single dollar and more back into the show's elaborate stages, costumes, props, and personnel. For Gaga, the artistic vision was the only priority, even if it meant her personal financial ruin. She emptied her bank account, reportedly $3 million that she had saved, to fund the first stage of the Monster Ball, taking a monumental risk that nearly cost her everything. She bet her entire future on the idea that the spectacle itself would be so compelling, so revolutionary, that the world, and more importantly, the corporate structure of the industry, would have no choice but to pay her what she was worth. That calculated, near-fatal gamble is the foundation of her entire financial life. The fact that she rose from $3 million in debt to a $300 million empire is one of the most astonishing comebacks in celebrity financial history. In this deep dive, we break down the top 5 power moves she executed to transform an artist with catastrophic debt into a global financial powerhouse. We are counting down to the #1 stream of income that is set to make her one of the few entertainers in history to break the billion-dollar ceiling. But first, let's look at the newest, highest-value revenue stream that solidifies her untouchable position in Hollywood. Top 5. The side hustle that isn't a side hustle anymore. High-value Hollywood paychecks. Coming in at number 5 on our list of Lady Gaga's most significant wealth-building strategies is the complete and utter demolition of the pop star-to-actor trope. For Gaga, Hollywood is not a vanity project. It is a multi-million-dollar revenue stream that is now generating 9-figure paychecks. The pivot started subtly but strategically. Following the critical success of her role in American Horror Story, Hotel, for which she won a Golden Globe, she proved she could inhabit characters outside the highly stylized world of her music videos. This was merely the groundwork for the main event, 2018's A Star is Born. While her salary for the lead role of Ally Maine was relatively modest for an A-list star, reportedly around $2 million, the financial and professional return was immeasurable. The film was a global phenomenon, grossing over $436 million worldwide against a production budget of only $36 million. Critically, it earned her an Academy Award for Best Original Song, Shallow, and a nomination for Best Actress. This solidified her as a legitimate, bankable, and highly versatile superstar. It proved that a Lady Gaga project, regardless of the medium, was a cultural event worth investing in. This brings us to the present. Her newfound status as a Hollywood heavyweight culminated in her most recent and most lucrative acting gig, the highly anticipated sequel, Joker: Folie à Deux. For her role as the new Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga commanded an astronomical fee, a reported $12 million paycheck. To put this into perspective, this single acting role paid her 6 times more than her career-defining role in A Star is Born. This salary puts her in the elite tier of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses, a bracket usually reserved for veterans who have dedicated their entire careers to film. She achieved this status in a fraction of the time, simply by leveraging her unique global recognition, her previous artistic success, and her proven box office draw. What makes this stream so powerful for her net worth is its stability. Unlike touring, which requires grueling physical performance and massive logistical costs, film salaries are upfront, guaranteed, and represent pure profit once her team's expenses are paid. Her cinematic earnings are no longer a side hustle. They are a high-value, highly profitable pillar of her overall financial empire. This is the power of a multidisciplinary icon. She doesn't just sell albums, she sells a unique, irreplaceable persona that the film industry is willing to pay 8 figures for. And the more she expands her presence in Hollywood, the more leverage she gains for her next financial move, securing a steady, long-term, high-margin revenue stream. That move brings us to our next ranking, the high-stakes, high-reward world of the permanent residency. TOP4, the Las Vegas residency powerhouse. The journey from $3 million in debt to a stable, colossal net worth required a fundamental change in her financial structure, and the masterstroke of stability was securing the coveted Las Vegas residency. This is the top 4 reason for her current financial security. Remember the devastating financial costs of the Monster Ball tour? Endless logistical nightmares, massive sets that had to be torn down and rebuilt every night, and the inherent instability of moving hundreds of people and tons of equipment across continents. Touring is high risk, high reward. A Las Vegas residency, conversely, is the definition of high reward, low risk. In 2017, Lady Gaga signed an initial deal with MGM Resorts International for 74 shows, splitting her performance into 2 distinct concepts: the massive pop-centric spectacle Enigma and the intimate, artistry-focused jazz and piano. The decision to split the shows was brilliant. It proved her range and doubled the appeal to different audiences. But the financial terms were the real jackpot. While earlier Vegas legends like Celine Dion were paid well, Gaga entered the residency market with unprecedented leverage thanks to her global, multi-platform fame. Her initial reported guarantee was a staggering $1 million per show, totaling a massive $75 million to $100 million for the initial run. Let's analyze the true power of this deal, which she has since extended multiple times. Fixed costs, guaranteed revenue. The set is built once in the Dolby Live Theater. The lighting, costumes, and personnel stay put. This drastically slashes the touring costs that almost bankrupted her in 2010. She collects a guaranteed fee-pure, unadulterated profit for every performance. Health and longevity. The punishing schedule of a world tour was physically taxing for Gaga, who deals with chronic pain. The Vegas model allows her to perform a concentrated number of shows per month, maximizing income while protecting her health. This extends her earning potential for decades. The box office reality. Her residency has been a phenomenal success, grossing over $110 million from the 72 shows performed through 2024. This consistent, high-volume income stream provides a massive, reliable ballast for her overall net worth, allowing her to take artistic risks in other ventures, like film. The Las Vegas residency wasn't merely a high-paying gig, it was a sophisticated financial move. It took her from the financial vulnerability of a traditional pop star to the financial stability of a major institutional asset. It gave her the freedom to pursue the riskier, but potentially more rewarding, ventures we have yet to cover. The fact is, Lady Gaga used the stability of her Vegas income to fund and grow her offstage ventures, which leads us directly to our next pillar: the power of aligning her personal brand with billion-dollar global corporations. Top 3. The billion-dollar brand partnerships. For an artist as fiercely independent and visually iconic as Lady Gaga, aligning with major brands is a delicate balance. It must feel authentic, enhance her image, and of course, be incredibly lucrative. This strategic approach to commercial endorsements is our top 3 wealth-building strategy for Lady Gaga, netting her tens of millions over her career. Unlike many celebrities who might slap their name on any product for a quick buck, Gaga's partnerships are meticulously curated. They are almost exclusively with high-luxury, high art, or high innovation brands that resonate with her established aesthetic and values. This selective approach means fewer deals, but exponentially higher payouts and a strengthened, rather than diluted, brand image. Let's look at some of the most significant examples. Fashion royalty, Versace and Tiffany & Co. Versace. Donatella Versace is a close personal friend and collaborator. Gaga's 2014 album, Art Pop, even featured a track titled Donatella. This deep relationship blossomed into a lucrative, long-term partnership. Gaga has been the face of Versace campaigns, often appearing in custom designs. While specific figures are not public, fashion endorsement deals for stars of her caliber can easily reach multi-million-dollar agreements per campaign, often including clothing allowances, media appearances, and exclusive access. The value isn't just cash. It's the constant high-end visibility that keeps her at the pinnacle of global fashion. Tiffany & Co. In 2017, Gaga became the face of Tiffany & Co.'s legendary style campaign, a significant coup given Tiffany's status as a quintessential American luxury brand. This partnership was particularly important as it coincided with her Super Bowl LI halftime show performance, placing Tiffany in front of over 117 million viewers. A deal like this would easily command $5 million to $10 million, leveraging her enormous global reach and association with timeless elegance. She later wore the famous 128.54-carat Tiffany diamond to the 2019 Academy Awards, a moment that generated immeasurable publicity for the brand. Sophistication and celebrations, Dom Perignon. More recently, Gaga collaborated with luxury champagne house Dom Perignon for a multi-year partnership, including limited edition bottles and a powerful advertising campaign. This move further cemented her status in the ultra-luxury market, appealing to an affluent demographic. Endorsement deals with spirits brands for global icons are notoriously high value, often in the $5 million to $15 million range. This partnership not only brings significant capital, but also reinforces her image as a sophisticated artist who appreciates the finer things in life. The early blockbuster deal, Doritos. While luxury brands define her later career, an early deal with Doritos around her 2011 album, Born This Way, demonstrated her early commercial power. She launched the Bold Experiences campaign, which included exclusive content and performances. At the height of her pop dominance, a global campaign with a major snack brand like Doritos would have easily secured a payday in the $2.5 million to $5 million range, proving her ability to appeal to both mass markets and elite luxury circles. These partnerships are more than just paychecks. They are strategic alliances that maintain her visibility, solidify her aspirational status, and continue to pour consistent, high-margin income into her already overflowing coffers. However, not all financial dealings have been so smoothly executed. Even at the peak of her power, Lady Gaga has faced scrutiny over her finances, particularly concerning her philanthropic efforts. This brings us to a crucial moment of public misunderstanding that she had to carefully navigate to protect her reputation and, by extension, her wealth-generating capabilities. Top 2. The art of the comeback and the financial misunderstanding. The narrative of Lady Gaga's financial success is incomplete without acknowledging the strategic navigation of controversy, particularly surrounding her philanthropic efforts. This is our top 2 factor, the protection and monetization of her personal brand through crisis management and transparency. In 2011, Lady Gaga co-founded the Born This Way Foundation, BTWF, with her mother, Cynthia Germanotta. The foundation's mission is noble: to support the wellness of young people and empower them to create a kinder and braver world. It has become one of her most potent non-monetary assets, intrinsically linking her persona to compassion and social impact. However, in the early 2010s, the foundation faced a moment of intense public scrutiny that threatened to damage her carefully built image of authenticity. The controversy stemmed from the BTWF's 2012 tax filing, which became public knowledge. Critics and media outlets latched onto a seemingly damning statistic. The foundation reported expenditures of $1.8 million that year, but only listed a paltry $5,000 in grants given out to other charities. The headlines were harsh, accusing her of using the foundation primarily for personal or administrative expenses rather than genuine charity. The public perception was devastating. Was Lady Gaga's commitment to kindness merely a facade? Was the foundation a tax haven dressed up as a social mission? This is where the distinction between a grant-giving charity and an operating charity becomes critical, and it's how Gaga and her team managed the crisis. The vast majority of that $1.8 million expenditure was not administrative overhead. It was spent on actively running the foundation's signature programs, wages and salaries, to hire professional staff, including mental health experts and administrators. Operating costs. To run programs like the Born Brave bus, which traveled alongside her tour to provide a safe space and resources for young people. Research. To fund studies on youth well-being and the impact of media. The foundation's goal was not to simply collect money and pass it on, grant giving. It was to create and execute its own programs, operating. Therefore, the bulk of its expenses were the charity work itself. Gaga's team executed a brilliant communication strategy. They didn't just ignore the criticism. They responded with transparency and education, clearly defining the foundation's operating model and publishing impact reports. By steadfastly continuing their work, the public eventually understood the misunderstanding. Today, the BTWF is a respected organization, highly rated by Charity Navigator, and its legitimacy is unquestioned. The successful navigation of this potential scandal was vital to her net worth because a celebrity's greatest financial asset is their trust and reputation. If the public had concluded she was disingenuous or financially misleading, her endorsement deals, her album sales, and her ability to command high fees would have been severely compromised. By protecting the integrity of the Born This Way Foundation, Lady Gaga protected her most important intangible financial asset, the brand of Gaga. This ability to transform controversy into clarity and solidify her brand's trustworthiness brings us to the ultimate source of her current wealth and the segment of her empire poised to make her a billionaire. The fusion of entrepreneurship and touring spectacle. TOP1, the billion-dollar potential, House Labs and the touring titan. We have arrived at the ultimate driver of Lady Gaga's current $300 million net worth, and more importantly, the asset poised to transform her into one of the world's few performing arts billionaires. The fusion of her entrepreneurial empire, House Labs, and her unrivaled power as a live performer. This is the ultimate evolution of the artist who once spent her last $3 million on a dream. She now funnels the revenue from her performance platform into ownership of a high-growth, high-margin, billion-dollar market business. The cosmetics empire, House Labs. House Laboratories, now rebranded as House Labs by Lady Gaga, represents the single greatest wealth accumulator in her portfolio outside of touring. The beauty market is valued at over $500 billion, and Gaga's strategy is not to simply compete, but to disrupt. When House Labs first launched, the distribution model, initially exclusive to Amazon, was met with mixed results. Recognizing the need for a retail powerhouse, Gaga executed a strategic rebrand and pivot, partnering with Sephora in 2022. This decision was a game-changer. The rebrand focused on a supercharged clean artistry platform, emphasizing vegan, cruelty-free ingredients and innovative formulations, a perfect alignment with modern consumer values. The result? Explosive growth and global expansion. Global reach. House Labs has expanded rapidly through Sephora, launching across North America, the UK, and Europe, aiming for a share of the vast international cosmetics market. The viral factor. Products like the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation went viral on platforms like TikTok, generating millions of views and driving sales far beyond her core fanbase. She expertly utilized a mix of celebrity makeup artists, micro-influencers, and her own massive platform to create organic consumer demand. Valuation potential. While her annual revenue from House Labs is not fully public, the brand is successfully competing in the same sphere as Fenty Beauty and Kylie Cosmetics, both of which reached valuations in the billions. House Labs is demonstrating the necessary growth trajectory and market share, particularly in the high-end clean beauty segment, to achieve a billion-dollar valuation in the coming years. Every percentage of the brand she owns is a personal wealth multiplier, unlike the fixed fees from acting or the split revenue from touring. The touring titan. The only element rivaling House Labs for total current revenue is her spectacular return to the road. Lady Gaga's tours are not concerts. They are cultural events that reset the standard for stadium shows. This year, the anticipated The Mayhem Ball Tour is projected to further solidify her position as an untouchable touring force. Her 2022 stadium tour, the Chromatica Ball, grossed over $112 million from just 20 shows. That is an average of over $5.6 million per show. Now, consider the sheer scale of her global draw. Record-breaking crowds. Her recent free concert, Mayhem on the Beach in Rio de Janeiro, reportedly drew an astonishing 2.5 million people, surpassing the historical record for a female artist. While free, the attendance confirms her unparalleled global drawing power, ensuring future ticketed tours will command the highest prices and the most lucrative venue deals. The Mayhem Ball. The current Mayhem Ball is already projected to be a monster, with reports suggesting the North American leg alone surpassed $100 million in ticket sales early on, with total earnings for the full run projected to far exceed her previous tours, potentially grossing well over $300 million worldwide. Touring is the ultimate wealth engine. It drives merchandise sales, music streams, album sales, and provides a continuous, global advertising platform for House Labs and her other ventures. It is the engine that generates the capital, and House Labs is the asset that retains and multiplies it. The combination of the highest-grossing tours in history and a rapidly accelerating, celebrity-owned cosmetics brand is the key to the entire equation. This duality is the final, most essential piece of her astonishing climb from $3 million in debt to a potential future billionaire. The astonishing climb of Lady Gaga from a young artist who faced $3 million in debt to a financial powerhouse worth $300 million is far more than just a success story. It is a textbook case study in transforming pure artistic vision into massive, diversified, and sustainable wealth. The critical takeaway from this deep dive into her net worth is the ultimate financial duality of Lady Gaga. The risk-taker. She began her career prioritizing the artistic spectacle, the Monster Ball Tour, regardless of the immediate financial cost, proving that authenticity and groundbreaking vision can ultimately command the highest market price. The strategist. Once she had conquered the global stage, she systematically diversified her income streams to protect her longevity and maximize her profit margins. She moved from the high-cost, high-stress world of constant touring to the stability of the Las Vegas residency, securing a consistent, pure profit income. She leveraged her reputation for high-value, high-luxury endorsements, Versace, Tiffany, turning her image into a revenue stream. Key takeaways for the little monsters and entrepreneurs. Diversification is key. Gaga did not rely solely on record sales or touring. She strategically captured market share in three massive industries: music, touring, Hollywood film, and cosmetics, House Labs. The power of ownership. Her largest long-term financial asset is not her salary from acting, but her ownership stake in House Labs. She funneled her fame into an equity-based business, positioning her for potentially massive returns if the brand achieves its billion-dollar valuation potential. The brand is the bank account. By successfully navigating the financial scrutiny surrounding the Born This Way Foundation, she protected the trust and integrity of her brand. This allowed her to continue commanding eight-figure fees, as brands know they are partnering with an artist whose reputation remains gold standard. Lady Gaga's journey is a testament to the fact that money follows power, and power follows a singular, compelling, and uncompromising vision. She didn't just sing, "I'm a free B.H." She engineered a financial fortress that made her truly free to create whatever she chooses. The $300 million is not the end of the story. It's the foundation for her next monumental act, whether it's winning another Oscar or becoming the next beauty billionaire. The ultimate Monster Ball is no longer a tour, it's the financial empire she has. Built an empire forged in near bankruptcy and sustained by unrelenting artistic and entrepreneurial ambition. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the financial world of Lady Gaga. If you were shocked by the $3 million debt bombshell, or if you think her acting career is her biggest financial asset, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Starlight Remains for more exclusive investigations into the careers, controversies, and wealth of the world's biggest stars. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next expose. We'll see you in the next analysis.